You've been poisoned since childhood. Disney fed you lies disguised as fairy tales. Just be yourself. Follow your heart. One day the princess will see your inner goodness. Love is unconditional if you're nice enough. These aren't harmless stories. They are weapons meant to keep you weak. In the real world, unconditional love is almost non-existent. Your mother might give it. Your dog definitely does. Everyone else, women, friends, society, loves you conditionally. They love what you provide. Protection, resources, status, emotional stability, excitement. Stop providing and watch the love disappear. This isn't cruelty. This is biology, ancient, unforgiving. Women are wired for hypergamy. They select upward. In nature, a female is vulnerable. 9 months carrying, years nursing, physically weaker. Her survival and her children's survival depend on a male who is superior, stronger, higher status, more competent, better at protecting and providing. She cannot turn this off. She cannot respect a man she looks down on. She cannot desire a man she has to mother. You can be the nicest guy. Listen endlessly. Buy flowers. Remember every detail. If you are weaker than her in any meaningful dimension, physically, financially, emotionally, she will not feel desire. She may keep you as an emotional outlet. She may use you for favors, but her body will stay closed. Her eyes will drift to the man who triggers the primal response. This one can keep me alive. Desire cannot be negotiated. It is a biological switch flipped only by perceived power. Men's drive is different. You seek beauty, fertility signals, and loyalty, peace at home. You want a calm harbor so you can hunt in the world. But modern men have forgotten how to be the prize. You behave like a beggar. You sacrifice. You orbit. You think, if I give everything, she owes me love. This is the nice guy contract. Covert, manipulative, pathetic. Women sense the dishonesty. They know the kindness is transactional. It disgusts them. The king does not beg. The king commands respect. And because respect exists, desire follows. Write down your Disney illusions right now. Just be yourself and she'll love you. Unconditional romantic love is real. If I'm nice enough, she'll choose me. There is one soulmate waiting. Love is about personality alone. Read them aloud. Hear how infantile they sound without the emotional haze. Admit it. You are trapped believing fairy tales that are actively destroying your prospects. Blindly repeating Disney scripts, be nice, be patient, be selfless, is slow-motion castration in the sexual marketplace. Some men will feel this, close the video, and begin the purge alone. They will delete rom-coms, study real dynamics, raise their value without mercy, approach without apology. Most won't. Most will feel the sting and retreat to the comfort of the lie. For those who see the market for what it is, and no solo recalibration will take too long, because decades of conditioning run deep, habits are entrenched, starting value is already low. There are proven paths, narrow, merciless sequences forged by men who once swallowed the same poison and clawed their way out. Systems that force integration of primal truth, rebuild market value, rewire instincts without space for lingering fantasy. I state only the mechanics. Every day you cling to the lie is another day your value erodes. Every day you purge is territory reclaimed. The fire inside still smolders, buried under blue pill debris. Dig it out, or accept a lifetime of quiet rejection. Your biology does not negotiate with cartoons. Wake up. You are not special. You are not the one. There is no soulmate destined to complete you. There is only market value. Your sexual market value is the unforgiving sum of what women evolved to select: physical power, resources, status, emotional mastery, competence, controlled danger. Low value, fat, broke, needy, boring, weak frame, gets low value options or none. High value, muscular, wealthy, stoic under fire, purposeful, capable of violence when required, gets abundance. Stop blaming women for your results. That is like a bankrupt company blaming customers for not buying trash. You are the product. If no one buys, the product is defective. Upgrade the product. Do not curse the market. You chase the fantasy of a woman fixing you. You are not half a man waiting for his missing rib. You must become whole first. A whole man does not need a woman. He wants one. Need reeks of desperation. Women smell it from across the room and recoil. Want is abundance. Want is choice. When you approach from want, she thinks, he has options. He doesn't need me. Why did he choose me? That question ignites attraction. You cannot be the prize while chasing. Stop hunting butterflies. Build the garden. Lift heavy. Stack money. Cultivate danger. Develop unbreakable standards. The butterflies land on their own. Ride the illusions now. She will complete me. I just haven't found the right one yet. Rejection means I'm worthless. Women should love me as I am. Having options is for assholes. Read them aloud. Hear the entitlement and fear in every line. Admit it. You are trapped in scarcity that guarantees guarantees loneliness. Blind repetition of scarcity scripts, chasing, hoping, waiting, is voluntary celibacy. Some men will feel this and go monk mode alone. No dates. Gym obsession, business grind, value metrics tracked daily, body fat percentage, net worth, social proof. They will rebuild from scratch, enduring the void until the market responds. Most won't. Most will swipe tonight, praying the next match validates them. For those who run the numbers and see that solo rebuilding from low value could take a decade or fail entirely because age erodes peak attractiveness, there are accelerated systems. Proven sequences distilled from thousands of transformations, precise physical and financial escalation, frame installation protocols, abundance drills that eliminate scarcity without years of wasted approaches. These are not dating tips, they are market recalibration. Entry requires demonstrated hunger. I state only the equation. Every day in scarcity is another day the market ignores you. Every day raising value is compound interest on options. The fire needs real worth to burn bright. Forge it, or accept the scraps, or starvation. The market does not care about your feelings. Become undeniable. One day everything seems calm, but the next she explodes over something trivial. She might say you don't care, that you're always working, or that you never listen. As a logical man, you try to fix it by explaining yourself, pointing out that you took her out last week, or that you worked to provide for both of you. You defend your actions, apologize unnecessarily, and perhaps even raise your voice in frustration. In that moment, you have just failed the test. This wasn't really about dinner or text. It was a fitness test, a biological mechanism where she creates artificial chaos to confirm your strength. The world is dangerous, and her survival, along with that of any potential offspring, depends on a mate who doesn't crumble under pressure. If you react emotionally, with anger, defensiveness, or supplication, you reveal weakness, like a leaf blown away by the wind, and her attraction collapses as she feels unsafe. An unsafe woman becomes toxic, nagging, controlling, and withholding, because if you won't lead, she must, and she resents being forced into that masculine role. However, if you remain the rock, calm, amused, and unmoved, you pass the test. She throws the lightning, but you stand firm without yelling, explaining, or apologizing for existing. Instead, you smirk, hold eye contact, and say something like, "You're cute when you're fired up," hugging her through the storm to absorb and ground the chaos. Her biology then exhales in relief, recognizing that you are stable and stronger than her emotion, making her feel safe. The storm dissolves, sweetness returns, submission deepens, and desire surges because she doesn't want to win the fight. She wants to crash against something unbreakable. Your frame must be stronger than her emotion. Frame is the reality of the relationship. A weak frame means you enter her emotional world, seeking validation and adjusting to her mood, while a strong frame means she enters your purposeful world, happy to follow your mission. Most men have no frame at all. They please constantly, asking what she feels like doing or if she's upset with them, handing over the wheel in a way that's repulsive. The captain does not poll passengers for the course. The captain decides, and passengers relax. When you outsource direction, you burden her with command, making her feel like a mother to a boy, killing polarity and spark. Write the illusions now. Arguments need logical resolution. If I explain clearly, she'll calm down. Being agreeable prevents conflict. Drama means I did something wrong. I should always validate her feelings. Read them aloud and hear the submission in every word. Admit it. You are stuck failing tests you mistake for conversations. Blindly repeating reactive scripts, explaining, apologizing, matching emotion is guaranteed loss of respect. Some men will feel this and practice alone, logging every test, rehearsing non-reactivity, holding silence, amusing instead of arguing, passing one test at a time until frame becomes default. Most won't. Defending tonight and watching attraction die another degree. For those who see the pattern destroying every relationship and know solo frame building will cost years of lost women and painful failures, there are enforced mastery systems, precise test passing sequences forged from thousands of reclaimed dynamics, including scripted non-reactive responses, emotional control drills, daily frame reinforcement, and escalation that installs unbreakable rock without trial and error collapse. These are not discussions. They are combat calibration. Entry demands proof you will hold when lightning strikes. I state only the storm. Every failed test is another fracture in desire. Every passed test is compound submission. The fire needs pressure to forge steel. Withstand it. Or watch her biology seek a real rock elsewhere. You are tested constantly. Pass or fail into resentment and divorce. You meet her and you want her, but you fear rejection, so you decide to play the long game by becoming her friend, listening to her problems, helping her move furniture, driving her to the airport, all while thinking that if you deposit enough nice coins into her emotional bank, she will eventually dispense sex or love. This is a covert contract that is dishonest and manipulative, and she knows it because women have an instinctive radar for this kind of behavior, sensing that you don't truly want just friendship, but but are too weak to make your intentions clear. As a result, she categorizes you as a non-sexual provider, an emotional tampon or orbiter who circles her world without ever landing, starving for scraps of attention while she sleeps with men, take risks, and are honest about their desires. Risk is sexy, honesty is sexy, danger is sexy, but safety is not. And by acting like her girlfriend through gossiping, sharing emotions, and being soft, you kill the polarity that requires opposites to create attraction. Hard where she is soft, stoic where she is chaotic, ordered where she is fluid. The friend zone is voluntary because you remove your own dangerous edge to make her comfortable, but to escape it, you cannot negotiate or confess feelings weakly. Instead, you must use the power to walk away, being willing to lose the fake friendship to gain a real relationship. If you are terrified of losing her, you have no leverage, but scarcity creates value. So withdraw your attention completely by stopping texts first, stopping help, stopping likes on her posts, disappearing to focus on your mission, and dating other women. She will feel the void and reach out, asking where you've been, but do not apologize or explain that you were busy. Instead, state the truth plainly, that you have enough friends and are looking for a lover, telling her if she changes her mind to let you know, otherwise take care, and then walk without looking back. This nuclear approach destroys the false dynamic instantly, forcing her to see you as a man with standards rather than a spineless orbiter. And maybe she comes back on sexual terms or maybe not, but either way, you win by gaining self-respect, which is worth more than any woman. Write the illusions now. Friendship leads to romance. If I'm patient, she'll see my value. Confessing feelings will work. Being there proves my worth. Rejection would destroy me. Read them aloud and feel the desperation in each one. Admit it. You are stuck orbiting because scarcity terrifies you and guarantees failure. Blindly repeating orbiter scripts, helping endlessly, waiting hopefully, hiding intent, is voluntary emasculation. Some men will feel this and go nuclear alone, cutting contact, building abundance through other dates, returning only if terms shift to sexual, enduring the pain of loss to regain their spine. Most won't. Texting tonight in hopes crumbs become a feast. For those who see the pattern of endless orbits destroying their value and no solo escape will cost years of painful waiting and repeated humiliation, there are extraction systems, structured abundance protocols with exact approach sequences, rejection desensitization drills, polarity exercises, walk-away enforcement that rebuilds leverage without endless failure. These are not pickup lines. They are sovereignty training. Entry demands proof you will walk. I state only the orbit. Every day orbiting is another day respect dies. Every day withdrawing is reclamation. The fire needs space to burn, create it, or remain the satellite forever. Gravity favors the planet, become the sun. One day everything seems calm, but the next she explodes over something trivial like you don't care, that you're always working, or that you never listen. And as a logical man, you try to fix it by explaining yourself, pointing out that you took her out last week, or that you work to provide for both of you, defending your actions, apologizing unnecessarily, and perhaps even raising your voice in frustration. But in that moment, you have just failed the test, because this wasn't really about dinner or texts. It was a fitness test, a biological mechanism where she creates artificial chaos to confirm your strength since the world is dangerous, and her survival, along with that of any potential offspring, depends on a mate who doesn't crumble under pressure. If you react emotionally with anger, defensiveness, or supplication, you reveal weakness like a leaf blown away by the wind, and her attraction collapses as she feels unsafe, turning her toxic with nagging, controlling, and withholding. Because if you won't lead, she must, resenting being forced into that masculine role. However, if you remain the rock, calm, amused, and unmoved, you pass the test by standing firm without yelling, explaining, or apologizing for existing, instead smirking, holding eye contact, and saying something like, "You're cute when you're fired up," hugging her through the storm to absorb and ground the chaos, allowing her biology to exhale in relief as she recognizes that you are stable and stronger than her emotion, making her feel safe. The storm dissolves, sweetness returns, submission deepens, and desire surges because she doesn't want to win the fight. She wants to crash against something unbreakable, so your frame must be stronger than her emotion. Frame is the reality of the relationship, where a weak frame means you enter her emotional world, seeking validation and adjusting to her mood, while a strong frame means she enters your purposeful world, happy to follow your mission. But most men have no frame at all, pleasing constantly by asking what she feels like doing or if she's upset with them, handing over the wheel in a way that's repulsive since the captain does not poll passengers for the course. The captain decides, and passengers relax. When you outsource direction, you burden her with command, making her feel like a mother to a boy, killing polarity and spark. Write the illusions now. Arguments need logical resolution. If I explain clearly, she'll calm down. Being agreeable prevents conflict. Drama means I did something wrong. I should always validate her feelings. Read them aloud and hear the submission in every word. Admit it. You are stuck. Failing tests you mistake for conversations. Blindly repeating reactive scripts, explaining, apologizing, matching emotion is guaranteed loss of respect. Some men will feel this and practice alone, logging every test, rehearsing non-reactivity, holding silence, amusing instead of arguing, passing one test at a time until frame becomes default. Most won't. Defending tonight and watching attraction die another degree. For those who see the pattern destroying every relationship and know solo frame building will cost years of lost women and painful failures, there are enforced mastery systems, precise test passing sequences forged from thousands of reclaimed dynamics, including scripted non-reactive responses, emotional control drills, daily frame reinforcement, and escalation that installs unbreakable rock without trial and error collapse. These are not discussions, they are combat calibration. Entry demands proof you will hold when lightning strikes. I state only the storm. Every failed test is another fracture in desire. Every passed test is compound submission. The fire needs pressure to forge steel. Withstand it, or watch her biology seek a real rock elsewhere. You are tested constantly. Pass, or fail into resentment and divorce. Society lied to you again by saying a relationship is a partnership, 50-50, with equals in every decision. But this is why your intimacy is dying, because 50-50 is a contract for roommates splitting bills, not a dynamic that ignites desire, which requires a symmetry where one leads and one follows. Biologically, if the man does not lead, the woman must, and she hates it, resenting being forced into the masculine role of planning, deciding, and risking blame. When you ask what she wants to do this weekend, you outsource the masculine burden, making her feel like a mother dating her child, killing polarity, and turning the relationship into a transaction where you keep score like I did the dishes, so you owe me sex, or I paid for dinner, so you should be nice. Adopt the captain and first officer dynamic, where you as captain are responsible for the destination, setting the course, and taking blame if the ship hits rocks, while she as first officer executes day-to-day tasks, advises on storms, and supports, but you listen, respect her input, and ultimately decide to break ties, since a democracy of two is gridlock, leading to 45 minutes arguing about dinner on the sidewalk, which is hell. The leader ends it by saying Italian at 8 p.m., wear the red dress, allowing her to exhale and relax into feminine as you carry the weight of choice, providing leadership as service rather than tyranny. Tyrants control from insecurity by micromanaging like don't wear that or don't talk to him, but authority leads your own life and invites her along, saying I'm building this, join if you want, leaving her free to leave, which paradoxically makes her choose to stay because the choice is real. Write the illusions now. 50-50 prevents resentment. Always asking her opinion shows respect. Leading is controlling. Compromise is maturity. She should plan sometimes. Read them aloud and hear the laziness in it. Admit it. You are stuck in gridlock that slowly kills passion. Blindly repeating egalitarian scripts. Asking for consensus, sharing decisions equally, is voluntary abdication guaranteeing resentment. Some men will feel this and captain alone by planning every day, booking tickets, setting standards, holding frame when tested, enduring initial pushback as old dynamics die, rebuilding polarity through consistent direction. Most won't. Asking where do you want to eat tonight and wondering why passion fades. For those who see the pattern repeating across relationships and know solo captaincy will take years of failed tests and lost women, there are enforced command systems, precise leadership sequences forged from thousands of reclaimed relationships, daily decision drills, polarity maintenance protocols, boundary enforcement exercises, escalation ladders that install authority without tyranny. These are not theory, they are command training. Entry demands proof you will decide. I state only the helm. Every day without direction is another day she resents leading. Every day you steer is reclamation. The fire needs a captain to burn steady. Take the wheel, or watch her jump ship for a man who knows the course. The ocean follows the current. Be the current. The screen goes dark and you sit alone with a choice that will define the rest of your life. Continue believing the Disney lie by searching for the one to fix your broken self. Acting like a beggar holding out an empty cup, hoping a woman drops some love into it, but the beggar always starves. Getting a woman who despises his weakness, cheats on him, runs his life, turning him into the married slave who pays for the house, sleeps in a bed without desire, raises children who don't respect him, choosing safety over dignity, or choose the path of the king who knows the math that a relationship is a multiplier, where 0 times anything is 0. So you cannot add a woman to a broken man and get a whole life, becoming whole first by being dangerous, competent, purposeful, building the kingdom before opening the gate with a forged body, stacked resources, hardened mind, secure borders, only then asking if there is a queen worthy of the throne, closing the gate if not, since the king is complete alone with standards as walls. The king loves his mission more than any woman, making him worthy of hers, being willing to be alone as the ultimate superpower in the marketplace, where the man afraid of solitude is slave to whoever stays, saying goodbye to misbehavior, games, drama without cruelty, but to protect peace and the kingdom. She feels that you would rather walk than kneel, and that feeling makes her kneel willingly, because women want the man. Other women want, through pre-selection, the man on a path not parked. So stop swiping, chasing, orbiting, and look in the mirror to ask if you are the man a high-value woman would fight for. Fit, wealthy, stoic, leading, dangerous when required. And if no, go to work in monk mode with no dates until the product is premium, spending 2 years of ruthless upgrade. When you re-enter the market, you will not hunt but be the flame that moths find, as the flame does not chase but burns. Write the final illusions. She will fix me. I need her to feel whole. Being alone is failure. Nice guys finish with love. Standards are arrogant. Burn the page and admit out loud that you have been begging in a market that rewards kings. Some men will rise tonight by cutting distractions, building alone, emerging undeniable. Most won't. Texting the ex, swiping again, hoping tomorrow different. For those who see the timeline and know solo kingdom building risks permanent solitude. If value starts too low, there are accelerated forges, complete primal systems with synchronized value escalation, frame installation, abundance enforcement, leadership calibration, designed to compress years into months, forcing the transformation from beggar to king without wasted orbits. The gate is narrow, and most who inquire lack the hunger. I state only the throne. Every day as beggar is another day the kingdom remains unbuilt. Every day as king is eternal. The primal code for the throne. Love is conditional with value first. Pass every test with rock frame. Execute the orbiter by walking away. Captain the ship with no 50-50. Build kingdom alone as you are the prize. The beast is awake, so stop feeding it crumbs and feed it empires. The king eats first, rise.